Welcome back, guys, to This Old Greenhouse. I'm Casey here in East Tennessee. I am finally getting around to doing a final house tour on Seth's place. If y'all have watched the previous videos, we were doing a big renovation on his house. Literally it was almost a total restoration. I mean, it had we put a lot of work into it and it looks so good. So I'm gonna head down there and show you guys that, give you the full tour, and kind of talk about why I haven't had a lot of videos out here recently, but I'm changing that. I also, if you've seen, I had some crochet videos and I was going to kind of incorporate those on here, but I decided to make a separate channel for that because it was just getting too confusing. I had changed the name over and decided it would be a good idea if I just stuck with this crowd and kind of my theme that I've been going for to not confuse people and just kind of get back into what I was doing. I really need to do that, y'all. Let's go down to Seth's house and I'll kind of show you the tour and explain everything. All right, you guys, I've got 3 new chickens. So I think they're laying. I hope they lay soon. And they just got here this morning. I'll show you guys those in a little bit. We've got the outside cleaned up. Now, everything on the inside is almost completely done. We are gonna work on the porch and the siding on the bottom part of the house. They're gonna redo the porch railing. I'm not sure if they're gonna redo this part or not, but definitely the railing. And Joe and Seth actually got the basement cleaned up. I should have filmed that, but I had something else going on. My mom and dad were here and we were working with the chickens, and they got all of that junk that was under the basement and cleaned out of there. They're going to put plastic down there and maybe some shelving a little bit for Seth to store some other stuff. All right, guys, here it is. It looks so good. All right, I'll start with the bedroom area. And this area is actually pretty neat because it does kind of have a wall bumped out here because the bathroom's on the other side. So it kind of isolates its area and gives it kind of its own little room feel. And I really think that's kind of neat. He's got a rug that he brought from his bedroom in here. And actually he has 2 more rugs in here. He got these from a couple at our church that has a flooring store, and they're really soft too. So it just gives it a more cozy feel. He brought his aquarium down here. All the fish did really good with the transition. He's got a little eel in here somewhere. Oh, it's poking its head out. Look at that. Y'all got a rare treat. This guy is hard to find sometimes. Look at him. Some rainbow tetras, cichlid, Bolivian ram. Got some snails in here and some little coolie loaches, but sometimes those are hiding and they're hard to see. So the closet, I ended up painting the inside of it because he didn't want to put doors up, and I think it looks really good. We trimmed it out. We put some new flooring inside of here. I found some that matched pretty close to the old stuff that was still here. We did not have to take the flooring up. He brought that nightstand from his room. His mama gave him that lamp. Okay, so they installed a mini split. It heats and cools, and it really keeps it cool in here. He keeps it on 68, so it's frigid. I freeze when I come in here. I don't keep our house that cool, but he likes it. He works outside all day, and he comes in here, and he loves it. But it also heats, and I'm not sure how good it'll heat. We've not tried it, but it can get pretty cold here in East Tennessee. He does have an additional heater right here. This uses propane. He's got a propane tank behind his house, so I know this will warm him up if he's cold. So that's a pretty nice feature that was here before. He got this recliner here at Big Lots when they had a Labor Day sale, and it is really comfy. I really like that. He had this footstool in his room, brought it down here. This is his desk that my husband bought a long time ago when we first started homeschooling, and he uses that for his computer, his little Xbox. This is where he plays his games. He's got his Bible. And this TV right here, his mama and papa gave him. They actually got a bigger one from someone in the family, so this one got passed on to Seth, which is a nice size because it's good distance from his bed. Okay, let's go to the kitchen. Now this is a laminate countertop we put in, which it's really nice. It looks like marble. And I like how it's squared off. It just gives it a more modern look. And these cabinets are ones that we refinished. My father-in-law built these 30 years ago. His mom used to live here. And they built these by hand. And they were looking rough when we first come in to start doing the remodel. But they really shined up like a new penny. We put poly, we sanded them down, put poly on them, put new handles. I put shelf liner in there. We put LVP inside here and lined that up, but we did a lot of scrubbing and cleaning. It was a week's worth of hard work, and they really look nice. He's got a ton of space, actually. We did the top ones too. And he's not got a lot of stuff, but he is a bachelor. It's just him. He's got enough for him, but he'll pick some stuff up over time. He got him a little spice rack. Now this stove right here was bought for him by his uncle and aunt, and it is nice. I like it. It's pretty nice. I've often thought about getting one of these with the coils because I do a lot of canning, and I have a glass top stove. And to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the glass top stoves because they are so hard to clean the top. Like sometimes I even avoid cooking certain things because I'm like, this is gonna make a huge mess. But this is easy to wipe down. These things you can actually put in the dishwasher if they get dirty inside, and I don't know, it sounds appealing actually. Okay, so he's got to get a microwave. Does not have that yet. The paint was a gray paint, and then we did a darker color for the doors, which it almost has a blue feel in here. It's got like a little blue tint to it, I do believe. Okay, we're entering the bathroom. Now, if y'all can see this little vent fan up here, it's a fancy vent fan. It is Bluetooth, and it connects to your phone. It's got a light on it. And the light changes colors, y'all. It's fancy. Look at that. All kinds of different shades. It's funny. Yeah, and it also has like a fan too. So. And then he's got another light, which adds a little bit more additional lighting. And this is his washer and dryer. We got that for him. This cabinet right here is the original one. I ended up painting it to give it a more clean and modern feel. And he bought this top to go on it and the faucet. So he bought a lot of the stuff in here, and we bought some stuff for him. And you know, we all shared the work in here doing the remodel. Me and my husband put this backsplash on here. And then we fixed the shower. The shower was the original shower. We hated to kind of take it out because expenses were getting kind of tight at the end. So he's like, I don't want to spend any more money. We'll just clean it up, which it actually cleaned up pretty well. I'll tell you a little story about the shower nozzle in here because my brother kind of laughed about it, which it is kind of funny. But it originally came out of here. The shower head came out of here. And of course, it was too low for Seth. I mean, it was like right at his face. So we were going to get like this little shower arm that went way up, but we had a snafu with the shower. It's in some videos back y'all can watch. So we had to end up cutting a hole in this wall back here and redoing the plumbing. But we patched it up. It looks pretty good. But we thought, okay, while we have a hole, we're going to go ahead and raise the shower head up into the wall. And we had a hole here. So we patched it with, I think it's one of those little things that you can plug a hole that's in an extra hole that's in your sink. But it's worked. It's working. It's all good. And it don't look that bad. I don't think so. Seth doesn't mind it. New toilet. Okay, let's see. Am I missing anything? But yeah, it's a nice little place. I mean, nothing wrong with this at all. I could live here. I'd be totally satisfied. But yeah. He also installed some fans. They're more modern looking. They have more of a plush, the lights kind of recessed up in there. And this is actually a bulb, which is really cool. So, anyways, that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed the update. I wanted to tell you guys why that I kind of haven't had any videos in a little while. Alright, so I'll kind of explain why my videos kind of slowed down for a little while. I probably didn't put out as many as I wanted to do. I like to have a video out like every 3 days, maybe 4 if something's crazy's going on, but I like to at least have one out every 3 days. I enjoy doing these videos. They bring me enjoyment, and they bring enjoyment to other people. I have people contact me and say, I love watching these. They just make me happy. They're so relaxing, or they're funny, or you know, whatever else. So, or they get to see gardening, or people that can't garden anymore that really enjoy doing it, you know, just different things that we get into here. The reason why I kind of slowed down for a little while was because I was so busy doing this remodel here at Seth's house that by the time it was done, and it took about 6 weeks, he came and got all of his stuff at the house and moved out. And I guess I was in shock. I've had the kids with me 24/7 since they were little. I homeschooled them. They were always at the house, and it was really hard for me. I did cry off and on over it. It was heart-wrenching. But on the other hand, he's just right down the hill, which is a huge blessing. I don't know how much I'd have cried if he would move far away. So it was just really tough. I couldn't go up to his room, and Molly, our little Yorkie, she would go up there looking for him, and every time she would walk up there looking for him, I just would cry. It was just very heart-wrenching. So it was a big adjustment. You know, it was just like a new season of life we're entering into, and my oldest son, he's, you know, thinking about getting married next year. He's almost done with college. He's got, I think, another month and a half, and he's headed toward a new season of life as well. So, you know, it's going to be me and my husband. We're going to be empty nesters, and oh my, it was a lot to swallow all at once. But I just prayed about it, and God gave me peace and comfort, and, you know, knowing that, hey, we are moving into a new season of life. My husband and I, we're actually going on more dates. We didn't really go on many dates as the kids were growing up. So those kind of things are actually kind of fun. We're talking about, you know, traveling and doing things like that. And, you know, hey, I can take you guys along. We'll get into some stuff. We'll go see some cool places and do some stuff. And you guys know every time we travel, we always run into snafus. And I like putting that stuff on here. It's funny. So, but yeah, I was out of the mood to even film. It was just like, I just was so blah there for a little while. But God's lifted my spirits, and I know I'm so blessed. So I'm really missing filming and getting on here and doing what I love and sharing those things with you guys. So I'm back on here, feeling better. I'm going to start putting videos out again. I like to get them on here every 3 days, and there might be times I could get them on here every other day. Who knows? Just what I've got going on. But there's always something going on this hill, and I just love sharing it. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to start winterizing the greenhouse pretty soon. I've got lots to do in there. I need to get back into my greenhouse because I took a break from doing that stuff too, just because I was in a slump. I wasn't doing anything outside. My flowers had kind of died over because I was down here for like 6 weeks, and I wasn't able to tend to them in the hottest part of the summer. So, you know, I put this on my priority list. So we're gonna get back into things. We're gonna get things going again. I'm gonna get back into my greenhouse and whatever else we have come down the pike. My husband's gonna start doing some woodworking. I'll share that with you guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. My next video, which I'm hoping to get in the next day or so, is gonna be my persimmons weather prediction. I like to do that every year. That's something super fun. We've got fall starting tomorrow, winter coming soon, and I am really curious to see what these persimmons have to say about this weather. Last year, I was spot on. It predicted it right on. And the year before that, the same thing. So I think there's something to this legend. So stay tuned for that, and I hope you guys have a wonderful and blessed weekend. See you soon.